Hey guys, how's it going? Black Boy here. As you guys can see, I am sitting here setting up my drum set because my drummer is getting ready to come over and we have to record some drums. So I decided to take this time to show you guys how I record drums. Now, as you guys can see, I am sitting here setting up all my mics for my drum set and adjusting all of my mic stands. I have a couple of mic stands. The drum set, or the mic drums that I'm using, is a T-Bone mic drum set from Thomann, as you guys can see here in the corner. I just went out and got another microphone. That is a Shure SM57 for I use as under the snare. And I am setting up these two for my overhead mics. Now, the Thomann drum set comes with 3 toms, a snare, a kick, and 2 room or overhead drums. And then, as you guys remember, I did make my own sub kick, as you guys will see here momentarily after I'm done setting up my top snare mic. Now, I will have a link for this drum kit and all the things I use to record drums in the comment section down, or not in the comment section, I'm sorry, in the description down below. As you guys can see, there's my sub kick and my bass kick drum right there. Now, one of the ways how I use to get all the sounds from here is I use these breakouts. Each one has 4 wires, and it is a great XLR to Cat5 system. I got it from Amazon, along with these nice long run XLR mic cables. Now, it was shortly after setting up my whole entire drum set when I went to go try and test out to make sure I had all my connections set and established properly that I got hit with some bad news. And what was that bad news? Well, simple. The mixer that I use to mix my drums was broken. How so? Well, just sit and watch and you will be in for a surprise. That is, if you can figure out exactly what is going on, because it took me a while to figure out. So, here we go. All right, guys. So, for those of you who couldn't tell what's going on, my mixer is actually not picking up all of my microphones. I'm not so sure if you guys can see it per se, but on the right-hand side, the top left corner, you'll see me looking at this TV screen. That's actually a monitor to my computer. And I can tell in my monitor, or I can see in my monitor, my DAW, and realizing that I am not getting a signal through my mixer, so or from all of my mics, I should say. Before we go any further, guys, if you made it this far in the video, I'd like to say thank you, and why not go ahead and click that like and subscribe button. It really does help me a lot. I'm trying to push to get to 500 subscribers. Any little help will go a long way, and I'm so grateful. But anyways, the mixer I have here is the Behringer UB2442FX Pro. It's a mixer I've had for almost 20 years now. And as of right now, like I said, I am just going through all the channels trying to see which ones are working. It turns out that only, I want to say, channels 3, 4, and 6 were working. All the other channels, and this is a 16 channel mixer, all the other channels were not working. It turns out this mixer, like I said, is broken, probably due to old age. So this is something that I was not expecting, because I normally use this mixer in cohorts or in cahoots with my Focusrite 1820 to record drums. And with this being broken and down out of the picture, now I have to find another way to record drums. I could just go all into my 18i20, but this gives me more channels, and it also has just a little coloring that I like. That was a little bit of bad news, and what am I going to do with this? Well, after this, I actually got some more bad news, and that was my drummer, who was supposed to be coming over, actually got into a car accident this day, so unfortunately wasn't going to be able to come over. So gave me a little bit more time to deal with some of the things that I had to do with. Well, anyways, guys, this is going to be a hassle, so let's go ahead and remove my mixer and plug my drum set all into my 18i20. All right, guys, so removing my mixer is very simple. All I had to do was unplug it and remove the 8 XLR cables. That being said, after I did that, then I had to plug 6 of the XLR cables back into the rear of my Focusrite 18i20, and the other 2 into the front of my interface. Now, as you guys can see right here, I am going through and rewiring all of my mics because I unplugged them. Now, it's very important to note that as I stated before, I do have 3 tom mics, but I decided to only mic up 2 because 1, I don't really use that third tom, and 2, more importantly, without my mixer, I only have 8 inputs. So yeah, that was a downfall. So yeah. Also, you guys will see here, I am coiling up my cables. That is because in my live room, I don't have a lot of space, as you guys can tell, and these cables are only 25 feet long, so I don't want them hanging all over the place. Now, I do forget at first to turn on the phantom power, because out of my drum mic kit, my 2 overhead mics actually require phantom power, so I forget to do that, but I do turn it on later. As you guys can see right here, I am now setting up my DAW so that way I can monitor everything from my live room. You'll see my puppy come in momentarily, but guys, unfortunately, that's all the time we have for today. As you guys can see, I hit a little split screen so you can see everything going on, and as I stated before, me turning on my phantom power. Now, as I stated earlier, my drummer got into a car accident, so that's all the time we have for today. I gotta figure out how to re-deal with all this stuff, but until next time, I'm Black Boy, and keep practicing. Hopefully I'll be able to figure this out, and I will be making more videos on how I record drums. All right.